folks, welcome to Sports Focus. I'm your host, John McNeil. With me, we have Kevin Civil. Mr. McIntosh is on assignment. You like that assignment?
On assignment.
Assignment. First, we have to start the show off on a somber note. Don Baylor, one of my favorite baseball players of all time, played with 14 different teams. I got to know him. He was on the Yankees, 68 years old, passed away. The thing I miss about Don Baylor and I used to love is when he used to stand up there and he used to get hit because he used to stand close to the plate. Right. He'd get hit. He won't even flinch, he'll just drop the bat and go on the first base. Ball be hitting him all over the place. He's just be like, you know how these players be like, and then be looking at the pitcher, be like, yo, that won't get you. He be just like, real tough man. Base. He won a championship, I think, with the Twins that year with Winfield and Kirby Puckett in '87. Wow. And he was an American League MVP. He played with 14 teams, so he bounced around. 68 years old, Don Baylor. Now, we was just talking about Mr. Kaepernick. Now we gonna do it again. Told you it should have been recorded. Now, Kaepernick. First of all, I just want to say I love the fro. Love the fro. Good market. I know somebody told him to do all that stuff, but don't know if he actually did it on his own. No. But I think the media is getting too crazy with this whole Kaepernick thing.
Getting too out of hand.
Way out of hand, and it needs to shut it down. I like I always say, I bet you when the season starts, this whole thing is just sort of, if a quarterback got hurt, Kaepernick might come up and then it'll just go away. Because there's pretty much no news right now. And the NFL has to create drama, sort of like this Ezekiel Elliott investigation.
That keeps dragging out.
You trying to tell me a year and you're still trying to figure out. And what about, I know we're talking about Cap, but Mr. Chris Carter, I know you heard what he had to say. He said, now, this was a while ago, but he said within 48 hours, there's going to be some evidence, and then Zeke should be suspended. Still no suspension. It's sort of like that thing a few years ago with Dez Bryant. About it, Dez at the video, and Adam Schefter got up there and said, hey, there's a video, and it's worse than Ray Rice, and we never saw it. So to all you people who watches ESPN and the network, don't pay attention to a lot of that noise because they're all pretty much doing that to
get the ratings up.
Get the ratings and get us watching and social media and all that stuff. So, Cap, it's funny. I haven't heard not one word from Cap.
Yeah, and that's the thing. All this stuff going on about him, and he hasn't said a word. And what kills me is Shannon Sharp keep on saying over and over again, well, I talked to Cap.
Everybody's talking to Cap.
But Cap ain't talking to nobody else.
Lewis is talking to Cap. Yeah. Everybody's talking to Cap.
But Cap ain't talking to nobody else.
This is the social media guy. This is the age for social media. And not one word. Okay, well.
Because like I said before, it started off to save his job and it snowballed into something bigger. I'm glad that he grasped it and kept going with it. Yeah. But it snowballed and now you can't let it go. That's why you don't go before the camera. That's how you going to explain it.
Them NFL owners, people are saying that Cap is being blackballed or light-skinned bald. What?
He said mocha bald.
Mocha bald. Do you think the owners got together? Because this is their team. If you own the Jets or Seattle or Kansas City, you do have the right not to hire someone. Yeah. But do you think they, as a collective, said,
My thing is like this, John. Everybody hurry up and play the race card. Me, I was always taught by my parents, you have to look at the entire picture. You can't just look at it from this one person's side. You got to look at the other one. if I owned a multi-million-dollar, or in Jerry Jones' case, $1 billion franchise, there's a lot of things I have to weigh out. Okay, the one question everybody keep asking about is, where is Cap's head? Where is his heart? If I sign him, are you gonna give me 1,000% on the field? Is your head is your head gonna really be in the game? And this is America, so we know something's gonna happen again. When it does, do your attention go there? And your protests start again. You become a distraction to the team. And where does that leave me? So you have to weigh all that when this is your team and you bringing him on. How, but no one has questioned. Everybody keeps saying he's blackballed, but the 49ers let him go because what they did, they said that they questioned his desire to play. Because he was so busy into his humanitarian stuff. They questioned does he really want to play? And then you turn around and say, I have 2 years left, but I want out. Bye.
You know what I found, and I'm just sitting here thinking, was interesting about when Cap was taking the knee, during the national anthem. I just noticed every week that the Fox and the media, they just kept focusing. It's like they went like, Now, we know the NFL is very powerful.
Yes.
If they really wanted to, they could have said, you know what, stop doing that. They could have, and you know this.
Right.
So I'm not, NFL, they love all of this extra attention because you know damn well if they really didn't like that, they would have been like, no, don't even show it. They'd let him do it that 1 week. They would have been, oh, he's kneeling. And then the NFL just would have like, don't show it no more.
Yeah.
Because all the NFL has is they are the king of television. NBC, Channel 30, that's the #1 show on that network.
Right.
So they got major pull.
But the biggest thing about it was the owners and the NFL themselves said he has every right to protest. And when he was doing his knee, NFL never said anything about it. Owners said that, that's a little bit of disrespect, and other people have said it, but they said, but it's his protected right. And no one mentioned it again. The owners didn't mention it again. The NFL left it alone.
Well, I believe Jerry Jones is flat out not on my team.
Oh, Jerry Jones. If you don't stand, you has to go.
We gonna get into his Hall of Fame, but I'm sure if a player is like, nah, I don't want to go.
Oh, that's
gonna be that Jimmy Johnson asthma field, right? You don't want to go? You can go to that field right over there.
That was funny. Okay, ass over to the asthma field.
More NFL news. We got Mr. Cutler is back in the NFL.
And this is what made everything worse.
Jay Cutler.
That made everything worse. But you know what? I understand why they picked him up. I don't see why. The learning curve. He knows the system.
He knows the system.
We're in preseason already. We're, 4 weeks away from the start of the season?
This actually makes sense, even though Cutler is a disaster. But he knows the system. Cap don't know this system. And it's going to take more time for him. The only thing Cutler got to do is pretty much get in physical football condition.
And get the timing down
and
with
get
the
all that timing and all that
He
other
said
stuff.
they added a few new running plays and things like that. He said something he has to get used to, but he knows the system. It makes sense. If this was May, I was like, oh, no. I would have said, yeah, they're really screwing him.
Yeah.
But this is August.
And they got to get it. Their #1 franchise quarterback just got hurt.
Yeah.
So. Now, enough with Mr. Cutler, who I think he has he can throw the ball, but anything that as being a quarterback, you can forget about it.
Question is, better protection, would he do better?
We'll see. I guess his best season was
with Giese.
With the coach for the Dolphins. And it's not like he had an all-pro year that year either. So, I mean...
It's going to be interesting.
We'll see how the Dolphins...
More weapons?
We'll see how the Dolphins turn out for the 2 Dolphin fans I know. Wow. That was for the 1 Dolphin fan that I know, especially for him. But anyway, we had some football. We got the Hall of Fame. Snooze. Yeah. Did you actually watch the game?
Nope.
None of the game?
No. I went home, supposed to come to your house, went home, sat in front of the TV for a minute, and next thing I know, I woke up, it was 12 o'clock.
Hey, you missed one of the best games of the year.
Mind you, the Super Bowl was just in January, February, somewhere around
You
there.
already missed one. No, it was a. I think if you was to watch the Cardinals and the Cowboys, you have to be a fan of both of them teams.
Yeah.
You have to be interested in basically the rookies. That's what I was looking for. All them rookies that they got on the defense, just to see them and just to see football again. So I mean, they was talk about getting rid of the Hall of Fame game because it really don't make much. But I'm like, you know what? Is for my point of view, I love it that my Cowboys have 5 preseason games instead of the 4 because they could get these young guys in there, get them the reps.
Right.
Because as the veterans start trickling back in, then they less reps for them. So really good for them. Now the Hall of Fame, of course, you had the players. Jason Taylor, in my opinion, his speech was beautiful. His speech was beautiful. I didn't even remember that Jimmy Johnson drafted him.
Yes.
Jimmy Johnson drafted him. Never had a father. Never saw his father. Mom raised all them children. Section 8, all that stuff. So he been there. And what he was saying about how Jimmy Johnson basically brought him in and just, took care of him. So that was touching, and it was a great speech. And his sister Joy Taylor is fine as hell.
Yes, she is.
But woo. And I'm not just gonna sit here and say I was watching Jason Taylor's speech just to see his sister Joy Taylor. No.
Although it wouldn't have been a crime.
No. You can catch her on Undisputed with Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp every day, Monday through Friday at 9:30 on Fox Sports 1.
Woman, boy. Lord,
I should go into this business because I just did a promo for them. Thanks, Joy. But
Lord have mercy.
my favorite moment of the Hall of Fame was Mr. Jerry Jones.
Sad thing is that bus look just like him.
Yes, it does. They do a really good job when they do these busts. They do a really good job. And I don't have a picture of it so you guys can see. But the sneakers that Mr. Jones had sneakers on that matched that jacket.
What?
Yes. Tell me Mr. Jones is not an innovator and he deserved a spot in his Hall of Fame because he said Phil Knight himself gave him those sneakers. Look at them.
Wow.
They match the jacket, that gold jacket.
Wow.
Now, also is something that I didn't know, that his wife has seen every single Dallas Cowboy game since 1989. Home and away.
She has seen everyone?
All of them. Been there. All of the games. His wife.
Wow.
You learn a lot when you watch stuff. And also,
Jimmy talked him in?
Yeah. Well, he didn't talk him in, but his speech included a lot of Jimmy Johnson. And he told the story of how his wife, when, the whole breakup with him and Jimmy took place, he told the story that when he came home, got into bed, his wife told him, "You just couldn't let it go, huh? And you just messed it up." Jerry ain't say nothing and just went to sleep. So I think that puts the lid on this Jerry thing, and as you see, they pieced it out, and they're cool now, and they're talking about putting him in the Ring of Honor.
They need to. They need to bring him back as a consultant.
That'll be cool.
Smart. If he's smart, I would have had him away from Fox a long time ago.
But maybe that's good to keep that away.
No. That's the disciplinary. That's what they need.
Well,
if he was the head of player personnel, who gonna mess up? Asmafield.
Yep. Folks, that's all the time we have for you. Thanks for watching. Thank you, Mr. Sibbles.